Nobody's really talking about it, but we're going to talk about it today. Word on the curb is Manny Pacquiao's training camp is not going so well. Word on the curb is his hungerness and his aggressiveness is non-existent. It's almost like he's just training, just going through the motions. After all, the man did just make $150 million plus fighting Floyd Mayweather. Even if it is true that Arum took a big chunk of that, he still is left with a nice amount of money, more than boxers would make in their lifetime. I don't know, man. I'm starting to think that he's going to lose to Timothy Bradley. The fireman Timothy Bradley is gaining a lot of momentum, even though Timothy Bradley, before training camp, walks around at about, between 170 to 190 pounds. Right now, it's looking like Timothy Bradley has the edge. One thing I noticed about this fight is the promotion of this fight is really not there. I mean, after all, you can say what needs to be sold about a fight where two fighters fought twice before. They're fighting for a third time. Why do we need a face-off? Why do we need an HBO 24/7? Did you know this? There's no Pacquiao versus Bradley face-off on the horizon. There's a Canelo versus Khan face-off coming up, and that fight is a month after Pacquiao Bradley. Did you notice there's no HBO 24/7? There is some type of Timothy Bradley documentary thing going on, but there's no Pacquiao Bradley 3 HBO 24/7. There's not even the little 15-minute road to HBO Pacquiao versus Bradley segment. There's hardly any promotion for this fight. And frankly, fans don't really care. But when you look at the options for Pacquiao, you have to think, well, would Pacquiao versus Khan had done much better? But I can understand why they made this fight, because Pacquiao versus Bradley 3 is an easy fight to make. Hell, I would have loved to see Pacquiao versus Terrence Crawford. But when it came to the decision, Timothy Bradley is more marketable than Terrence Crawford, and they wanted to do some nice, decent pay-per-view numbers. I'm thinking pay-per-view numbers are going to be somewhere between 400 to maybe 600,000 pay-per-view buys. I mean, it's going to do better than Mayweather versus Berto, in my opinion, but I wouldn't be surprised if this pay-per-view flops hard. Pacquiao after Mayweather, a lot of fans have been talking about and noticed that he's lost a lot of marketability. It's just like even though he still has his country supporting him, there seems just to be something missing. There's not the same buzz around Pacquiao anymore. Also, when it comes to this election, it's looking like he's going to lose that. He's talking about possibly, well, they're saying possibly he's going to retire after the Timothy Bradley fight, because he can't be a politician and be a boxer at the same time. He can't be a senator and be a boxer at the same time. But with the way the polls are going over there in the Philippines, he's going to lose. Now, me personally, I think he's going to lose. Now, with the anti-gay biblical comments he made about, comparing gay people to animals and all that, it's come back to bite him in the ass. Remember, this is not the first time he said something like this. Then he doubled down and did some dumbass shit and posted a Bible verse on his Twitter saying, look, see, it's not me. I didn't say it. God said it. I'm just repeating it. You can't shoot the messenger, right? But at the same time, as a politician, you can't be saying shit like that. The same thing with Donald Trump. You can't be saying these people are saying. And Pacquiao think it's just cool because the Bible's saying it. Like there's not a lot of gay people over in the Philippines too. But anyway, I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. Pacquiao, in my opinion, this is what Pacquiao needs. Pacquiao needs to beat Timothy Bradley convincingly, maybe even stop him. But the way it's looking from what I'm hearing, he's not looking good in training camp. Now, of course, Bob Arum, they're going to say, oh, yeah, training camp is going great. Of course, the fighter's going to say training camp is going great. You'll never hear a fighter go do an interview and say, well, training camp is not going good at all. Sparring hasn't been good. I haven't been having to kill it. You don't hear that. You hear that type of shit after the fighters lose, when they say shit like training camp didn't go good, there were some injuries, sparring did, but now people are thinking that Pacquiao's going to lose to Timothy Bradley. I want to see what the odds are. Somebody post the odds of the fight down in the comment section, because it's a shame. I'm a big Pacquiao fan, but at this point in time, I'm starting to, I got to go with what I'm seeing, and I'm thinking Timothy Bradley can be more prepared this time around in the third fight, and actually maybe beat this Pacquiao who is not taking boxing seriously anymore. It just, from what I'm getting from it, it just doesn't seem like boxing is in his heart anymore. Even Freddie Roach has said this is not the same Pacquiao that Fort Ricky had, and this is not the same Pacquiao. As I said, the Hungerness, you know, and you got to understand what I'm talking about with this Pacquiao, the Hungerness that he used to possess, and the aggressiveness, not aggressiveness, is when you go that extra level, that extra vowel, the aggressiveness is gone. It's just not there anymore. I don't think Timothy Bradley is going to knock Pacquiao out, but at the same time, I think that if Timothy Bradley boxes and if Teddy Atlas is really making the changes to Timothy Bradley as they're saying they are, then, you know, Timothy Bradley can win. By the way, this fight is going to be for the WBO Super Championship. It's not a title. It's a status, meaning the winner will be the mandatory for Saddam Ali to get that WBO. Not Saddam Ali. Oh, he got knocked out. Jesse Vargas to get they'll leapfrog the #1 contender to get a shot at Jesse Vargas's WBO title. Will Manny Pacquiao fight at Jesse Vargas if he wins? I don't think so. You know, will a Pacquiao fight who? I'm thinking, who can Pacquiao fight if he beats Timothy Bradley? There's a lot of fighters I would love to see him fight, but at the same time, until Bob Arum and Top Rank fix this beef that they got, you know, it's hard to talk about him fighting guys. Like, I would love to see him fight the winner of Sean Porter versus a Keith Thurman. I would love to see that, but, you know, politics, man, politics. So I'm thinking maybe he can, depending on what happens with Amir Khan, maybe they can try to go down that route again. Remember, even though Al Heyman is advising Amir Khan, when it came to the negotiations with Golden Boy for Canelo, it was Shah Khan, the father of Amir Khan, and Amir Khan's lawyers that handled negotiations with Golden Boy. Al Heyman was just not the middleman, but the guy in the back advising, literally doing what his title says, advising Amir Khan on the negotiations and how to handle them with Golden Boy. But anyway, I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.